DLC 16, my boys, potentially added in one of the craziest and best Super Souls this game has ever seen. Now, from a PvE standpoint, this Super Soul, without a doubt, is the best in the game. Like, there's nothing you can tell me otherwise and convince me otherwise that would make me feel that this is not the best Super Soul when it comes to PvE, without a doubt. Like, there is no question, and let me explain why. Because Beast Gohan Super Soul, the one we're going to be showcasing in this video, is that all. What it does is, after getting a Just Guard or a Perfect Block, you get a boost to your strike skills by a small amount and boost your key base skills by a medium amount, and it can be stacked up to 5 times. Now, medium increase is 10% on Xenoverse 2 and small increase is 5% on Xenoverse 2. So essentially, after 5 Perfect Blocks, you're looking at a 50 and 25% increase to your key base skills with the 50 and your strike base skills with the 25, right? So in a PvE setting, that 50% boost to your key base skills is everything you could ask for and more, because when you're in PvE, what are you doing? You're mainly spamming a lot of moves or a certain super attack, certain ultimate, and just running through the parallel quest raid or whatever you're doing in that PvE setting. That's usually what goes down a lot in PvE on this game. Again, you spam a lot, so obviously getting the biggest possible boost to your key base skills with a 50% increase is the best possible way to go about that. So for that reason, it is the best PvE Super Soul. But then when you talk about PvP, it very well may be the best PvP Super Soul, guys. Because what kind of Super Soul will give you this kind of just insane damage buffs without having any negative side effects along with it? And honestly, I can't think of one. Like, the ones that come to mind would be like the Gotank's one right here, where a bit of time after the battle starts, you get a boost to all attacks by an XXL amount, and your movement speed by an XXL amount as well. But you're always taking an increased damage by 10%, as you can see, increased damage taken from all attacks by a medium amount. And the whole a bit of time after the battle starts, that actually means a minute after the battle starts, which is 33% of a PvP match. So this has too many negatives going along with it that all just does not have. Like, you don't have to worry about any negative effects with it. And same goes for like the Topo Super Soul, because that's the only other one that really is competing with this Super Soul in terms of damage when you actually get those 5 perfect blocks off, because obviously Topo Super Soul always boosts the strength of all attacks by an XXL amount, but it increases the damage you take from all attacks by a medium amount, reduces your movement speed by a medium amount, reduces the amount of ki restored and stamina recovery speed by a medium amount. So again, the other Super Souls that can do damage like that are having a lot of negative effects to go along with them. That is not the case with Gohan Super Soul. So what we're going to do in this video is really just showcase how insane this Super Soul actually is, not only on the CAC, but on Beast Gohan at the same time, because the damage numbers that Beast Gohan puts out once he has that Super Soul going is just absolutely it's unreal for a cast character. Let's just say that. But with that being said, let's jump into the training mode and get into this breakdown. Alright, y'all, so here we are in the training. Now what we're going to do is just take a look at some damage of moves without the Super Soul actually being active, and then we're going to come back with the Super Soul active and take a look at the increase and just how insane again this Super Soul actually is. So a Kaioken Kamehameha, right? Kaioken Kamehameha in base form on the CAC, I'm getting 6,256 damage. With a Hell's Flash, we're getting around, let's see, a total of 12,824 damage. Very good damage for being in base form, without a doubt. But again, when you account with this for this Super Soul, it just goes to a whole nother level. So what I'm going to do is get all 5 perfect blocks and then come back and show how insane the damage increase actually is.
A few moments later.
Alright, we've gotten the stack off 5 times, or the perfect block off 5 times, which leads to that 5 stack, right? So now we are taking a look at Kaioken Kamehameha. Again, remember, we are in base form. 9,374 damage, my boys. Hell's Flash now, again, in base form. We're not even transformed yet. 19,234 damage. This is a 3 key bar ultimate, almost giving you 20k damage, and we're not even transformed yet. So now, let us transform and truly see the potential behind this Super Soul. Because when you mix these two together, my boys, 11,574 damage. 11,574 damage, and I didn't even look at a times 10 Kamehameha. What's a fully charged times 10 gonna do in this situation? 15,000 259 damage. And a male Saiyan is by no means the best CAC for a key-based build. So think about the damage you would be getting on a race, for example, like the Frieza race. Think about the damage they would be doing in this situation right now. And we haven't even taken a look at Hell's Flash yet. Honestly, I think Hell's Flash, we may need to put Trunks' health to unlimited because he may just die in one shot if we don't. Let's see. If it exceeds 26,000 damage, then he would have died in one shot. Okay, he wouldn't have died, but 24,028 damage, my boys. That is a 3 key bar move doing almost 2.5 bars of health. That is how insane this Super Soul really is. I mean, think about that. A 3 key bar ultimate almost doing 2.5 bars of health. Now I want to take a look at Final Explosion just for some shits and giggles. I don't have 10 bars of stamina. That is one thing to note about this build. It only does have 8 at this moment in time. So again, keep that in mind. But just want to see what the damage really is in Super Saiyan Blue Evolution with this Super Soul. I mean, look at the damage, my boys. 43,791 damage. Do you see that? Open your eyes and look. That is insane. Again, considering I don't even have 10 bars of stamina. If I had 10 bars of stamina, we could be looking at over 50k damage from the Final Explosion on a male Saiyan CAC. Not even a Frieza race CAC or anything like that. A female Saiyan, like there's many other better key-based CACs in the game. This is a male Saiyan doing this kind of insane damage. So this is why I say without a doubt in PvE, this is the best Super Soul, because again, all you're going to be doing is spamming a bunch of moves and getting off in just insane amounts of damage, like 9,358 from a times 10. That's not even charged. Like, not even charged. 9,358. I mean, come on. And then Demon Flurry, we're going to showcase just to see what the damage is like. Keep in mind, I have no stats on my strike build on this strike points at all. Like, there's absolutely 0 in that stat category. I don't even know if my QQ bank increases strike skills. So I just want to see what Demon Flurry is looking like, though. Because again, this is a build without any strike points, and I'm getting 7,180 damage from Demon Flurry. If I actually had points invested into strike, I could easily see this being over 10k damage on Demon Flurry, which is insane for a CAC. Now I also want to showcase the crazy damage that you can get with Beast Gohan at the same time, because obviously this is his Super Soul. So we're going to load into the training. I'm just going to get the 5 perfect blocks off from the very beginning. You guys won't see that. We won't do like a damage comparison similar to what we did with the CAC. I just want to showcase how insane the damage also is on the man's Beast Gohan when he actually has the Super Soul fully stacked. And remember, he doesn't even have an Awoken skill or anything like that. Like, if Beast Gohan had an Awoken, oh my god, this man's damage. Just saying. Alright, so I got the 5 stack off, and we're just going to showcase it's only really like a couple moves I want to showcase with this man in this form, or with the Super Soul actually active. First and foremost, a fully charged Special Beam Cannon up close, because the Special Beam Cannon Beast version is an attack that does more damage the closer you are. 24,563 damage, my boys. Now I want to showcase it off the actual jump kick with the little slide kick part, right? Because this obviously is the guaranteed way to land this and get your opponent stuck in the animation. 18,805 damage. Now let's take a look at Demon Flurry, because even though again strike skills only get a 5% increase per stack, it's still a 25% increase in the end. So strike skills are definitely getting a nice buff at the same time. So let's look at a Demon Flurry. Hopefully we can get the timing right. I believe I did. Yep, and we get 8,955 damage. That is a strike-based skill that costs 1 bar of ki, and you can't escape it. Once this flurry starts, unless you use your evasive, you are going to be taking that whole flurry right there. And even without the perfect timing, 7,462 damage. So clearly, man, this Super Soul is just absolutely insane. Like, I truly believe that it is probably the best all-around Super Soul in this game, because there is no negative side effect, no negative mode for this Super Soul. Like, there is no mode that you can't use this Super Soul in, and it'll be very good. It'll be very good in all parallel quests, be very good in raids, be very good in extra missions. All you got to do is make sure you get your perfect blocks off, which is very easy, especially in a PvE setting. It'll be very good in all PvP type of things, 1v1s, 2v2s. It doesn't really matter because, again, all you got to do is get your perfect blocks off, and then you have insane increases to your damage. So to me, I don't think there is a better Super Soul in this game as of right now. Like, it's really hard to say that there is a Super Soul better than this at this moment in time, because again, getting perfect blocks off is not hard by any means. You can even literally, like, if you're not someone who's good at perfect blocking, you could just do this in PvE, just constant. If you just spam it like this, you will get your perfect blocks off. Trust me, it's a little bit of a nonsense system in Xenoverse 2 that I think they should have adjusted, but it is what it is at the same time. You can literally, again, just mash the block button in PvE and you will get your perfect blocks without a doubt. So getting perfect blocks in this game is not hard. It's not like, you know, getting 5 of them in a match is impossible or anything like that. No, not by any means. So I truly do feel this is probably the best all-around Super Soul in this game, because again, there's no Super Soul that I can imagine that would fit any build, fit any game mode, and be absolutely amazing in all of that. Like, no matter what you're doing, this Super Soul is going to be damn good. Like, where I'm trying to think of a situation where it wouldn't, and the only thing that I can think of is if you're facing an opponent that just doesn't try. Like I was trying to say, if you're facing an opponent that just doesn't try to attack you, because besides that, there's no way that you can't get this Super Soul to work. So again, let me know your thoughts on this down below in the comments. What do you guys think about this Super Soul on Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2? Do you think that it is the best Super Soul within this game? And honestly, at the same time, a bit busted, because I mean, you guys saw some of the damage totals we were getting. I mean, a fully charged ×10 Kamehameha doing 15k damage? That's insane. A Kaioken Kamehameha doing 12k damage, one that you don't even have to charge up? That's insane. Demon Flurry doing 9k damage on Beast Gohan? Again, insane. Hell's Flash, 24k damage. Like, the damage outputs we were getting were unreal. So, like I said, let me know your thoughts on this Super Soul down below in the comments. But till next time, man, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and as always, hope you have a good one. Peace, y'all.